see it there in my hand? Pretty sure it is. All right, today's gonna be a new adventure. We're on the river again. I actually went to a spot that I really wanted to detect, but the parking area by the boat ramp was closed. So I had to come back to kind of an old standby spot that I've been to before and found a few things. Been here about a half an hour, maybe 45 minutes. Haven't found anything, but I have a really good signal here that might be a Civil War bullet. This was a Civil War bullet area, so colonial stuff too, but mostly Civil War. Unfortunately, the river's pretty cloudy right here because I've been mucking around, but I got a good signal right in this silty area right here next to this log that I'm sitting on. And I thought we'd just, that might be my pick. Right here, that sounds really good, so I'm gonna set you up and we'll dig together. What do you say? Hopefully you can see that okay. I have you perched on the log, just like I am. Here, beeping. This really kind of like a sandy, silty stuff right here. But I'm hoping there's a bullet down there. Just like I did there before I even hear it with a pinpointer. So what we have here is a sinker. It's an interesting little piece of brassy thing I just found. I don't know, I'm not sure what that is. It looks almost like something you wear in your hair, but I'm not 100% on that. Don't know. Not guessing very good today, am I? So still cruising along, not finding a whole lot yet, but I just found something kind of interesting. First thing is that pin right there. I don't know if you guys recognize that. That's actually a pin that goes to a railroad car, a coupler. That's the old style. And right beside it, I just dug a beautiful horseshoe. If you notice, it's got a bunch of the nails still in it, so that horse might have ended up right here. There's a corpse in the river. He could have thrown it, but I suspect he was a floater. So chances are, because of where we're at, I suspect there was probably a whole carcass here at one time, and that's what's left of him right there, the horseshoe. There could be 3 more here, but it's also possible that, you know, I dug them years ago or someone else did, because lots of people metal detect here. But you can see there's some erosion going on in the banks here, so we might come up with some more stuff. I'm actually kind of hopeful. If you look right there, you can see the brown leaves in the trees. That's the water level. So you can see it was about 15 feet high here. It's about at least 10 feet over my head, all down through here. So it's eroded some of this bank. So maybe we'll get a nice bayonet out of here, another musket. Found a few muskets here in the past, a few cannonballs, tons of bullets, belt buckles, a little bit of everything. Pretty exciting. Really nice iron signal right here. That boy, I tell you, that could be an artillery shell all day long. Beautiful signal, you know, nice and solid, and about 40 on the meter. I think it's under this rock right here. Hopefully that was a rock and not a piece of coke. All right, see if it's still there, and if it is, we'll probably get it with a magnet. Oh no, it's gone. No, the machine's off. There we go, come on. All right, it's gone. So it was that rock, which is probably a giant piece of coke. Yep, that's what it is. It's really lightweight and gives a good signal on the metal detector, but it's just a rock, a manufactured rock. Well, I finally dug something from the Civil War, American Civil War. Check it out. That is a pistol bullet. 100% pistol bullet from the American Civil War. Do you know what that is? Right there. It's a little chain. Can you see it in my hand? I'll try to fix this for you. Some of you guys will know what that goes to. Some won't. Let me lay it out real quick. Unfortunately, it's breaking apart in my hand. That's a little brass chain that goes on a Civil War musket to hold a nipple protector. So that's part of a Civil War musket right there. That's pretty cool, right? That's awesome, man. There's a little iron piece that goes on it, the protector, but I don't know if we're going to find that or not. Probably not, but we got part of the chain anyway. But that came out of the same area where that bullet was, like within just a few inches. So I'm gonna look around here just a little bit more. At least we're finding a few things now. I got a little piece of buckshot in my hand there. So that could be from a Civil War shotgun, or more than likely a buck and ball shot. And a buck and ball shot would be fired from a 69 caliber musket. We have 3 of these little balls and a big 69 caliber round ball. So we'll look around and see if there's any more of these down there, or a big 69 caliber round ball, but chances are that would have been found long ago, because they're really, generally speaking, pretty easy to hear because they're so big. People leave the buckshot behind though, because they're hard to find and they don't make a really good squeak. No, nothing else. Just dug 2 musket balls, 2 round balls. Can't tell if they're fired. That one's, yeah, that's fired. If you look real close, you can actually see the cloth marks on it where they put it, where they patched it when they loaded it. They would put cloth, wrap it in cloth and jam it down the barrel. You can see a little bit of the rifling on the sides too, where the grooves cut in. That smaller one looks like it's probably fired too, because it's pretty, not very round, but yeah, and that's a nice little area. Not really big targets, but at least we're getting a few things today. I just got this big old chunk of iron. It's some type of hand forged eye bolt. So that would have been bolted into like a big beam or a rock wall, or I guess a beam probably. And this piece of iron on here is to keep it from pulling through. And that's definitely hand forged. Man, I tell you, that's a beautiful piece right there. Can't believe all these round balls we're finding today. And not a single mini ball. That's fired too. You can see it's slightly oblong, and it's got that flat spot all the way around it. That's where it was squeezed out the musket barrel. Looky, I just found a little baby knife. This is somebody's fishing knife. Yeah, look at a little pocket knife. I think we can clean that up and use it actually. We'll give it a try. Nice little washout area right here. You can see where the banks have been scoured. And I'm not finding too much, but I did just find this little piece of lead, which looks like it might be a fired pistol bullet, kind of like the one I found earlier. Yeah, so we're just going to keep looking along through here. You know, something could have got it washed out. And of course, there's a lot of 55-gallon drums and stuff and barrels that are decomposing through here, so it's full of iron. You know, if it moves some stuff around, there could be an old musket underneath that iron, or a cannonball or a bayonet or something. That's kind of what I'm really hoping for, because those targets are really hard to find. Those iron targets, when there's so much iron in here from those drums that just fall apart. And there was hundreds of them along this bank. When I was talking to you about like decomposed 55-gallon drums, steel drums and stuff that's scattered in here, this is what I was talking about. This is the lid to one, and of course these, you know, these pieces are all along the bank and all around the river. And here's a good example of the bank where it's collapsing down into the river. You can see all these sticks and stuff in here, and anything that would have been on that bank is going to be washing out right to where my metal detector is right there. In fact, I got a nice signal right there and dug it up, and I think we have our first mini ball. Can you see it there in my hand? Pretty sure it is. All right, so that is a dropped Civil War 58 caliber mini ball. That's a beauty right there too. A big old chain hanging from the tree there. Just dug a beautiful old iron spike. I'm going to be digging all the iron because I'm looking for bayonets and stuff like that in here too. So anything this size or bigger, we're going to dig it up today. You look at this tree right here. This is a hackberry, and it's been the beavers have been feeding on it. You can see where they've eaten all the bark, and they've chopped these branches off right here, and they actually drug them to the shore. So I just want to give you a little close-up of the branches. This is where he's bringing them over here. You can see where he's chewed them through right here, and it's eating the bark off of them. They just sit up on the bank here and feast away on the old hackberry. So I'm still here where the beavers have their little diner, and I can smell musk, the castor from the beavers is very strong right here. So they've been taking their scent and rubbing it on the bank right there, I guess. Just really, really strong in here. Let's get my eyes open for them. That's the beaver diner right up there where I told you I could smell the castor. And right here is his den. That's where it goes up in the bank right there. You can kind of see there's a hole And so he goes up in there, and somewhere up in that bank, he's got a little house up in there. So we're pretty close to ground zero. If the old beaver wants a piece of me, we'll have to keep our eyes open for him. Well, I guess I'm going to get ready to take off here in a couple of minutes. I just dug another mini ball though, so maybe I'll hang around for 7 minutes, that is. Pretty sure that's a mini. What do you think? Yes, indeed, another mini ball, 58 caliber. Awesome. All right, so that's going to be it for me today. I'm going to look around just a couple minutes, but I got to hit the road. I want to get home before it gets too late tonight and have a nice supper with my wife, Lindsay. We'll see you on the next one, I hope.
I'll rock you until I go to sleep. She don't care if you're dying or if you're living or somewhere in between. Mother Earth, you are my lady, my big round baby, and I'll rock you until I go to sleep. She'll shake the coins from